Tourists from all over the world, thus boosting the country's economy. The waterfall was named after a white man by the name of Frederick Lugard, who had toured the country to discover the Athi River. Today, the site, which lies at the heart of Tsavo East National, is a favorite tourist destination in the country. Andrew Kilemi visited the site and has filed the following report.
Work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, they say. And so we decided, why not take a break and experience the beauty that Kenya is away from the hustle and bustle of the city? Our destination was the Lugards Waterfalls, a 1.5 hour drive through the famous Theatre of Wild, the Tsavo East National Park. Along the narrow, dusty trail, different species of antelopes with curved horns skittered away. A herd of elephants passed as zebras grazed on the little available grass in the savannah. At the site, we meet Geoffrey Banda, who takes us through the history of the waterfall.
We are now standing at Lugards Falls ground. This is the falls which has an history. The name Lugards Falls came from a white man who was here discovering the river. And this, where we are now, it's called Galana. The river comes from Mount Kenya, and as it comes down to the Indian Ocean, it is given different names at different points. In Ukambani, it is called Tiva River. And where we are now, in the heart of Tsavo East, it's called Galana River. And now this point is called Lugards Falls.
We sought to find out why the place was named Lugards Falls, and according to our tour guide, a white man from Europe by the name Frederick Lugard had toured the country with his family and was trying to do an excursion on the Athi River, which flows through the Tsavo East National Park. When they all drowned in the river, their bodies never to be found.
They had come all the way from the river where it starts. It starts from the mountains, Mount Kenya. So they were trying to explore the river down until where it pours its water in the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah. So they happened to, at stages, they were coming, and when they get to the inhabitants of that place, then that's how they named the river at some different places.
Okay.
At every level, they were naming the river. They were giving the river a name from the inhabitants of that place. Out of curiosity, they slid and then they fall down. As the wife tried to help the husband, both of them fall and they disappeared. Okay. Their bodies never to be discovered to date.
Okay.
Yeah, so as we tread around here and enjoy ourselves, please, we should walk carefully. There are some live crocodiles along the river, so we should take care as we keep on discovering and trying to know what is this as a tourist destination.
I know all along you have been asking yourself why the water here is green in color. Listen, here is why. The
water is green because of human activities which are happening. All the industries in Nairobi, Thika, they are all channeled to rivers and they flow down like this. That's why they have contaminated the water, and that's why the water is so dirty. When it rains, the green color disappears. Yeah. And of course, it assumes the brown color of the soil.
Okay. The attraction of the Lugards Falls is characterized by rock patterns of cooled lava. And when tourists visit the site, they carry with them pieces of rocks as souvenirs.
Apart from what we can see, that is what we call the Yatta Plateau. The river itself, the rock formation, you can see these rocks are very original. These are not even as a form of volcanism, if I can still recall my geography. But they are what we call indigenous rocks. And this is the formation in which the form in which they are today has been as a result of erosion, water erosion. Yeah.
Lugards Falls in the expansive Tsavo East National Park is today one of the few points in the park where visitors can alight from their vehicles with a number of features to see, including the falls themselves and the patterns on the rock formed from the cooled lava. Over the Galana River, passing through the Tsavo East National Park, is a metallic bridge which was built by the European Union in the year 2013 and commissioned in 2014. The bridge connects tourists to the Theatre of the Wild, where the Voi Safari Lodge is located.
So if you are anywhere in Kitui, in Thika, in Nairobi, or anywhere from up country, and you don't want to use Nairobi-Mombasa Road because of heavy traffic, you can use Thika, Kanyonyo, Katutu, Kitui, Kabati, Kitui Road. Then you come, you proceed up to Mutomo. Then from Mutomo you get interior, you come, you find Idhomba Gate. Then you get into Tsavo East.
The park is crossed by different rivers which act as water points for different wildlife species, where tourists get to view wildlife as they gather to quench their thirst. Andrin Kilemi, TV47 from Tsavo East National Park, Taita Taveta County.